What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Word to the wanna be wise. Hopefully this word will make y'all wise. Look, man, everybody is trying to get something out of life. Everybody's trying to advance. Everybody's trying to get to a higher level financially, in positions, status, or whatever, man. But one thing you gotta always know: don't ever do something if it don't sit right with you. Don't ever let yourself be pressured into doing something that your internal um, warning signals go off and tell you, nah, I ain't feeling this. I'm not feeling right about this. This ain't meshing with my soul right now. Because people who are in position to give you those things, right? A lot of them know that every now and then they're gonna come across people of principle because it's happened before. Now, unfortunately, about half to a good majority of the people, they never have to be convinced to do things that are a little out of character, a little out of pocket, because they are so desperate to get whatever it is that they're trying to get. They see that money, they see that prize, and they look at that as being more valuable than integrity, and being more valuable than character and self-respect. So a lot of them don't have to go through what the person with the integrity has to go through. But sometimes they gonna come across somebody who's just like, blind or green or naive, and just thinking they can come in and get it honest, and not knowing that it's almost impossible to get it honest when you're dealing with somebody who's not honest, when you're dealing with a dishonest or a dishonest entity. So they got to turn it up a notch. They got to ratchet it up to make it more worth your while in their eyes. And uh, now you at the crossroads. That's when you at that fork in the road. That's when you at that pivotal moment in your life where you got to make that decision that's going to determine what side of history that you end up on. Or you're going to do something that's going to haunt you for the rest of your life, where you around here just going, man, I can't, man. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you're like, oh, man, I can't believe I let that guy touch me in that way just to get, nah. Or are you gonna stand on it the minute that it comes and say, well, nah, man, I don't get down like that, man. That's not my that's not my way. That's not my style. And if I got to do all that to get it, then not only do I don't want it, it's not meant for me. That's not meant for me. It's not meant for me from you. And I'll depend on my creator to get it in the right way, in a different way. But in all walks of life, man, people will put you in position, and some people will call it peer pressure. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but and I guess that fits. But it's basically just ignoring that inner voice that always pops up and says, "Hey, hey, nah, man, don't do that." You talk about the devil on your shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder, and it's all about who you listen to. It's all about who you heed in that moment. And it's always a terrible thing, man, when you get caught up where you have to make that decision, bro. And because you really want what you want, but you have to have the mindset to know that all money ain't good money, and every situation ain't good for you, even if it seemingly advances you in a material way. It might advance you. You might get the house. You might get the money, the car. You might get the spot. But man, and what did you give up, bro? What did you give up, sis? You know, and those of us who were raised with some kind of principles, with some kind of morals about ourselves, where you know right from wrong, where you really know. Trust me, man, it's gonna affect you down the line. You're gonna feel it, and now you are under the umbrella of blackmail. You are under the umbrella of people that are able to use what you've done in order to manipulate you possibly for the rest of your life. So keep that in mind as you move forward, man. If it don't feel right, if you're not comfortable with it, it's like you see some food or something. It's like, you can look at something like, nah, I ain't gonna eat that. You ain't even tasted it, but it's just like something don't sit right. Or, you sometimes we have strong feelings. Like you walk into a room and you see the people and you like, nah, we ain't gonna stay at this club. We gonna leave. It don't feel right. You know, don't ignore that. Get on out and deal and weigh it all later on, man. Because you might have been wrong about the feeling, but you might have been right. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace and love. Oh, the new episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast is up, featuring my homie Smackwater. Y'all make sure y'all go to the podcast right now and check out the new episode. All right. Salute.